On November 10, 1963, a boy who was named Shera Zambo was born in an ordinary Tibetan family in Rungtsai area of Doga in Sichuan province. On that day, the villagers saw colorful auspicious clouds in the sky, smelled wondrous scents in the air, and heard heavenly sounds of conchs and drums coming from far away. All these were auspicious signs showing the extraordinariness of this newly arrived life. The mother didn't even feel any suffering during the whole process of delivery. The connection between the Khenpo Rinpoche and Buddhism was obvious ever since his birth. At his young age, Rinpoche's mother often took him to visit Khenpo Tsawan Jigme. The great accomplisher always said happily, "The name I gave him, Shiron Sembo, seems to fit his future perfectly." Shira means wisdom. Zombo means benefit all the beings. The combined meaning is to guide the beings deluded in the darkness of greed, hatred, and ignorance to enlightenment with wisdom, and to generate all the necessary conditions for benefiting all the sentient beings through the ways of self-benefit and benefit others. There are a lot of sayings on the lives of Khenpo Rinpoche. Many great accomplishers and Turtons have made various recognitions and prophecies to him, including the greatest master of the Nyingma school of Tibetan Buddhism of our time, His Holiness Dhamaraja and wish-fulfilling gem, Jigme Phuntsog Rinpoche. There are also lots of monasteries that have requested him to be enthroned in their respective monasteries. But Khenpo Rinpoche's response is always, "I'm an ordinary person. I'm a disciple of Buddha Sakyamuni. I'm a disciple of Dhamaraja Jigme Phuntsog." Because he knows very well that in this world full of greed, hatred, ignorance, pride, and jealousy, fame and high position will only mislead people away from the correct path of Buddhist teachings. That is, to be liberated from the sufferings and achieve the ultimate happiness through wisdom, to benefit all sentient beings through compassion. With all these, we can only say he's a genuine Buddhist practitioner. To practice the Buddha Dhamma, faith, view, conduct, and realization must be integrated. Based on unbroken vows, a practitioner needs to pass 3 strict tests of learning, meditating, and practicing to achieve the accomplishment and be able to benefit the sentient beings in the real meaning. In 1976, 13-year-old Shera Zambo went to the Tashi Monastery and met the abbot Gerning Rinpoche, who was one of the 5 golden seed lamas in the Katok Monastery, a famous Tibetan monastery with over 1,000 years of history. Gerning Rinpoche was known as Overturned Plate Lama. It was said that during his practice of powa for the dead man, with the proper courses and conditions, the skull could be broken and the spirit be liberated at a snap of the fingers. When he saw Shera Zambo, he said joyfully, I'll treat you as my own son. In the following 2.5 years, young Sherazombo learned lots of teachings, including power from the overturned Plate Lama, who had imparted almost all he had to his favorite student. After the nirvana of Gurning Rinpoche in 1979, Sherazombo Rinpoche followed successfully Khenpo Garon, Khenpo Tsawanjime, Khenpo Tenur, and Kachchen Banza Rinpoche, who was often called Patma Tsawan Rinpoche. He received extensive exoteric and esoteric teachings from these masters. Khenpo Tsawanjime, who named him after his birth, gave him all the Dzogchen transmissions he had. At the end of 1984, Patma Tsawan Rinpoche, this kindly Nyingma master, wrote a letter and recommended the 21-year-old Sherazombo to Dhamaraja Jigme Phuntsok. From then on, at the Laran Five Sciences Buddhist Academy in Gansu region of Sichuan, Sherazombo found his spiritual home and became the heart son of the greatest Nyingma master of the time, the embodiment of all the virtues of body, speech, and mind of Buddha and Bodhisattva in the 10 directions. Upon his first arrival at the academy, Dhamaraja Jigme Phuntsok Rinpoche had said to him, "You better stay here for long term. You can study extensively the 3 treasuries of sutras, precepts, and treaties. At the same time, you need to spread the teachings and benefit the beings actively. I believe firmly as long as you are industrious, you will play a significant role on teaching the Nyingma tradition in the future." Since that day, Sherazombo Rinpoche has been staying with his guru master, the Dhamaraja and wish-fulfilling gem Jigme Phuntsok. The Dhamaraja imparted to him all the exoteric and esoteric teachings. In 1986, at a Dhamma gathering of the Kalakakra Empowerment, the Dhamaraja claimed formally to the nearly 6,000 disciples attending the gathering that Sherazombo, together with other 3 Dzogchen practitioners, would be his successor for the Nyingma school in the future. In the same year, Sherazombo Rinpoche received the Khenpo degree from the Dhamaraja. He then started to give teachings to Tibetan monks. In the past 16 years of teaching, the Khenpo Rinpoche replies to all the requests with equal patience, whoever it is, a Khenpo, a Tulku, an ordinary disciple, or a stranger. Over the years, more and more people from all over the country gathered around the Khenpo Rinpoche. The number of disciples is ever growing, to whom Rinpoche shows always same compassion. He uses various ways to remove karmic hindrances and to bestow blessings for the disciples. He teaches the essence of pith instructions of Buddha Dhamma according to disciples' levels. He is also skillful at helping disciples to rectify wrong habits such as greed, bad temper, pride, lack of forgiveness, smoking, drinking, and killing. He makes disciples understand that being a good man goes before studying Buddha Dhamma. The perfection in behaving as a human being sets the ground for the path to Buddhahood.
跟着年柱之后，一定要这个第33宝心性啊。有心之后，可能你忘记，可能心性的好，还是年柱要它自己本身有可能加持的，本身有功德的，是注意的，听得懂吗？有心性是更加好。还是个忘记心性啊，忘记菩提心的啊，还有年柱要，年柱它自己本身要有功德，有小业障啊，可能很多可能功德的。释迦牟尼佛发大愿的原因，他可能得病呀，这个病呀等等，可能没有这样子，可能着急的迷惑都没有，恐怕你也不会有的。哎呀，我普通话不怎么好，
听得懂，听得懂，
普通话好的，
听得懂，
没有解释的。
Khenpo Sherazombo Rinpoche differs from other masters by his senses of ease and humor, which is his most attractive personality. Upon the sight of him, people suffering in the worldly life can forget their worries and feel happy spontaneously. In his relaxing talks, people realizes quickly the inexistence of the pains and the true nature of heart. People like him and respect him because he remains the state of effortless impurity. He influences the pitiful beings with his spiritual wisdom and great mind and shows the charm of a genuine Buddhist. We never know how much food in our plate has been the meat of our past parents, brothers and sisters. As Buddha Sakyamuni said, even if it's possible to count the number of sands on the earth, it's impossible to tell the total number of sentient beings who used to be our parents. For the purpose of satisfying our greedy appetite and stomach, we play the role of killer without any mercy. The human history is a lamentable and depictable history of cyclic mutual eating. Some may argue it is the law of the nature for the strong to kill the weak. Then just imagine, someday, when the existence of more advanced and stronger forms of life is proof on the other planet, would we be willing to be killed and eaten ruthlessly? It's a common cognition that the mankind is superior beings with higher wisdom and stronger force. Won't it be a better expression of wisdom and force to dedicate our kindness to every life instead of killing and eating the weak? In Khenpo Rinpoche's merciful eyes, we see the pity for the beings going to be killed. We see also the query to the self-concerned human spirit. Liberating animals is the king of all virtues. The lives are freed directly from the market and the mouth of people. By chanting sutras to these animals, the seeds of ultimate liberation are sowed for their future. Compassion is cultivated among all the participants to the activity. If everybody treats others with compassion and kindness, the world we're living in will be the world of ultimate happiness. In the scarcely populated territory of Tibet, it is a rare chance for ordinary people to meet and listen to great masters. Therefore, monasteries often hold Dhamma gatherings and invite renowned Khenpos and accomplishers to give audiences. offering local people the chances to be close to Buddha, Dharma, and masters. Well known for his wisdom and compassion, Khenpo Shera Zambo Rinpoche is often invited to give audiences at various monasteries. In view of helping people improve their understanding and devotion to Buddha Dharma, Khenpo Rinpoche always agrees to these invitations, no matter how hard the journey is, by car, by horse, or on foot. What he requests is merely that all those who attend the Dharma gatherings and ask him to touch their heads for blessing must make the promise to abandon killing. At the Vajrasattva Dharma gathering held by Khenpo Shera Zambo Rinpoche at the Tashi Monastery, Durga in 1999, in just 3 days, people attending the gathering had promised to complete the recitation of Vajrasattva mantra, Om Benza Sadohom, for 110 billion times collectively. According to the sutras, those who chant this mantra can offset negative karma since countless aeons and generate innumerable merits. In the Sukhavati Dharma gathering in Durga 2000, Khenpo Shera Zambo Rinpoche guided the disciples to make wishes to be reborn in the Western world of Sukhavati and completed totally 1 billion times of the recitation of Sukhavati mantra. According to the sutras, if people accomplish one merit collectively, every individual participant gets the merit of this good doing. That is, when the numbers of mantras recitations by all the people were added up to 1 billion, it equals that each individual has completed 1 billion times of mantra recitation.
啊，运动功了。这车进不是。
At the Dharma gathering held at Jamnan Monastery in Lhasa area in 2001, Khenpo Rinpoche have saved the lives of over 20,000 yaks only by agreeing to preside at the gathering, during which he helped also the attendants to offset innumerous negative karma and accumulate innumerous merits.
녹지가 녹지 좀 없어. 지금 가래.
자기 계절에 자기 다 계절에
또안 나지 돈
사사 지정령 본사
저도 토마토래요.
오야 먹고 쳐
Olha, tanto dentro daqui uns anos.
아까 김tor가. 그거 자 차사 드시고 우리 자
비즈니스 담는다 판다 오거 카트 근데 됐고 체거리 두루이나 두루바 tomba 가데나 가는 고도나 고도 인도칠 갈래 인도치도
오야 다 덩카산 구치하시고 동마 덩카하고
막히리 아니 더 체크해야 돼. 이게 그것도 되는 것이 달라. 달래 비게 몰라. 그거
저거다 직하는
Ne tera, na baş. Kızı ne kızkan koşu kele. Abuma biz.
고치 카트로
Ne yapıyor da ki new mo bas.
오야
Peki nang ba katı kele. Kele ile nang ba ti kan da koşu.
지 사도 동전이나
Oya.
이거
Ne kadar. Garsa şişüzü keloya.
고치 온거 그러면 또
Sera, se massage, se massage, 피아 마사지, 루솔 켈레. 자소디.
초스러리
코말, 아리 코말도 이기 저거.
얘기 좀.
저거.
니티.
자 얘기 다 되나.
오야
시에피기 또.
자 얘기 다 되나.
저는 그 쿠트도 뭐 샀어. 쿠트 단어지 아데 그다가.
빠진 자기 도
럽지 그래.
아대 아픈 사. 나를 잘. juga nara. Otarik. Sana betul. Dia dikasih wet. Anjir benar dikasih wet.
열심히 시작해 그다음 다 돈이나 자신은 정품이.
다도그 저르드는 게 뭐라 했지 고치 사가스케
To those who wish to study the prajna wisdom of Buddha Dhamma, Khenpo Rinpoche teaches the beacon of certainty and gateway to knowledge. The 400 verses of Madhyamika. To those who are eager for the great perfection, he gives the transmission on the root tantra of the web of illusion and the Guru Nintik. Together with the efforts of disciples, Khenpo Rinpoche has built many retreat centers for practitioners in Durga, in addition to over 40 stupas, upon seeing which the seed of liberation is sowed in people's continuum. In all his contribution to the Buddhism, we can't find a person named Shirazombo. We see only an egoless and everlasting devotion to the benefit of all sentient beings, for the ultimate freedom and happiness.
Omana bemme hore ayalo ka jara mendara da bara da da ka ba da be da be da go da ba nu so azame jibe de jimo de je oma ga ro ma go zara andar man sema sema jimo ne ti sen jala ja da lo che lo ja zan o da ja den de ya ja ba da ja ba yo da ba do ba do bo ba da me ba ja da lo je do ja zan je Done. Good. Good. The two put the chinga chodas da gorch. You learn that by chinga chodas do gore. Then the ongo. Go da go.
Entering into the inside world of Khenpo Shara Sampo Rinpoche, we find always tranquility and happiness. Looking into his eyes, we see only compassion and kindness, without the tiniest greed and anger. Khenpo Shara Sampo Rinpoche is one of the representatives of Buddhist wisdom and compassion. There are tens of thousands of people like him, but in different appearances and of different positions, contributing selflessly to easing suffering and achieving happiness of all sentient beings. They may be government officials, business people, teachers or policemen. They may be Buddhists or non-Buddhists. They may be your friends or enemies. They may even be cows, horses or birds flying in the sky. Any ordinary person who can generate great faith to Buddha Dharma, practice the teachings continuously, and benefit the beings with great kindness and compassion, may achieve the same state of freedom just as the Buddhas. Through Khenpo Shara Sampo Rinpoche, we enter a world of wisdom and compassion. It's a world that each of us possess within ourselves, a world lost in the pursuits of outside materials. Open the heart. Abandon the self-attachment, even for a second of time. Our purity and passion, mercy and warmness, which have been submerged for so long, will be reignited in a sudden. Let us follow the steps of our Master, as well as that of wisdom and compassion, to return to the beautiful garden of our own Buddha nature.
Zamba, Gong So, Da Manda, Xie Jiwi, Dindani Zonte, Jesse, Soya Bada, Goni, Nanjian Cho, Song Jila, Xia Sen Cho, Da Jiao Tong, Jarwa Nanjian Cho, Chula Jia Sen Cho, Chu Nanjian Cho, Gandala, Jia Sen Cho, Da Jesse, Soya Bada, Gun Cho San La, Jia Sen Cho, Ta Yano,
According to the Saramgama Sutra, in the period of degeneration and extinction of Buddhism, the number of unqualified teachers and evil teachings will be as numerous as sands in the Ganges River. In the On the Request of Maitreya Sutra and other sutras, Buddha Sakyamuni deplored various misconducts in our current period of degeneration and extinction of Buddhism. Khenpo Sherasombo Rinpoche does not expect or has never expected his disciples or himself to be corrupted by fame and gain. The only reason for the Rinpoche to agree to produce this documentary is to help people learn more about Buddhism and cultivate interest and belief in Buddhist teachings. In this documentary, we did not mention any prophecies of other great masters on the previous, present, and future lives of Khenpo Rinpoche. As time passes by, when you obtain a better understanding about Buddhism and develop true devotion to your master and the Three Jewels, you will know more about the uncommon virtues of Khenpo Sherasombo Rinpoche.